Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Master channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a new token that Binance listed today, and this token is called the PlayDapp token or the PLA token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research in any projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website PlayDapp.io in order to learn more about this project, right? So for the purpose of this video, we're going to rely on the information presented on Binance research page for this project. But again, this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is PlayDapp? Right off the bat on Binance research, they're stating that a blockchain-powered gaming entertainment ecosystem. So again, it is a fully decentralized blockchain-powered platform that mainly focuses on providing gaming as well as entertainment ecosystem to the crypto space, right? So that's basically what this platform is all about. So PlayDapp is a blockchain gaming platform that aims to make digital assets accessible to the masses. The platform seeks to develop a portfolio of interoperable blockchain games where users can utilize NFTs and in-game assets across different game titles, right? So again, there's a lot of information to unpack from here, so let's do that. So it's a blockchain gaming platform that mainly focuses on making digital assets accessible to everyone. So they're mainly focusing on trying to make digital assets accessible to everyone through the form of a gaming platform, and they mainly aim to kind of like develop a portfolio of interoperable blockchain games. So we've heard about interoperable blockchains, interoperable NFTs, interoperable tokens, but interoperable blockchain games, this is kind of like a very new concept that PlayDapp is aiming to introduce. And when they mean interoperable blockchain games, they're mainly talking about allowing NFTs to be utilized in-game, as well as making sure that the in-game assets across different game titles are available within one platform, right? So that's mainly what they're talking about here. So the platform games are designed to be interoperable, which creates a portfolio of gaming content that increases the value of NFTs through leveling up, strengthening, and combining them. So again, when it comes to making the games interoperable, blockchain games interoperable, we can basically create portfolio of a gaming content that mainly focuses on improving the value of the NFTs that we aim to use in the game. So if you are using NFTs in a particular game, by using PlayDapp, you're giving a lot more value to your NFT, which can be done by either leveling up in the game or strengthening within the game, and also combining them within the game itself, right? So that's basically how this platform allows for more value to be accrued through your NFT. So when it comes to platform tokens, this blockchain platform also has its own utility token called the PLA token, which has some of the following use cases. So the first main use case is in-game transactions. Again, just like any other gaming platform, this platform also has its own kind of native token, which is used for in-game transactions, right? So PLA is the in-game currency of games on the PlayDapp platform and marketplace. So when you think about PlayDapp, it's actually a platform that contains multiple different types of games from many different blockchains. But in order to interact with those games or play those games, you'd have to pay a fee in the form of the PLA token, which acts as the in-game currency. The second main use case is to play to earn incentives. So when you play games within the PlayDapp platform, it could be any number of games or any form of games within different blockchains, you will be able to earn the PLA tokens as rewards, right? So users can earn PLA tokens as rewards for in-game activity and compete in ranked PvP battles. So again, you can not only gain PLA tokens by playing the games within the PlayDapp platform itself, but you can also do player versus player battles and also earn PLA as a reward for doing that as well. So these are some of the two main use cases. Both of them are very valuable use cases, because as the crypto gaming ecosystem completely grows and flourishes, PlayDapp will definitely have a very vital role to play. And since PlayDapp's native token, PLA token, is going to be used more within the game itself, depending on the activity of the network, the PLA token's value could significantly increase, right? So those are some of the two main use cases for the tokens itself. So the protocol consists of the following major components working in conjunction. So again, when it comes to the platform itself, the platform has two main components. So we just discussed about the use cases of the tokens. Now let's talk about some of the main components within the platform itself. So one of the main components of the platform is C2C marketplace. So a marketplace for users to purchase in-game assets and trade NFTs with each other. So again, just like any gaming platform, which will have its own in-game collectibles that you'd have to have a place to trade or sell or even buy, within the game. This game also has its own kind of like marketplace that enables you to purchase in-game assets for any games that are available within the PlayDapp kind of platform, and you can trade NFTs with other players as well, right? So this is the main use case for the C2C marketplace, which is one of the main components of this game. The second main component of this game is PlayDapp SDK. So developer tools to help developers or companies to connect their assets and integrate the system. So when it comes to SDKs, which is software development kits, it's kind of like a kit that can be used by developers to easily link their games or their platform with PlayDapp. And that's very important because not a lot of developers have the patience or time or even focus to develop a new kind of like a bridge between PlayDapp to their platform. So PlayDapp is basically making it easier for developers to link their websites or platforms or dApps with PlayDapp, and that's one of the reasons why a PlayDapp SDK is a very vital component of the PlayDapp ecosystem, right? So when it comes to PlayDapp SDK, developers can basically use this. Not only developers but also companies or corporations can basically use the PlayDapp SDK to kind of like participate within the PlayDapp ecosystem and thereby transfer assets or NFTs in and out of the blockchain, right? So that's basically the main component. And when it comes to another component, which is basically interoperable NFTs, which is also a very important component of PlayDapp, because it is kind of like a multi-blockchain platform, so specifically for gaming, and therefore it needs to allow for NFTs from one blockchain to be available on another blockchain without too much hassle, right? So that's one of the reasons why interoperable NFTs are going to be a very important thing for the PlayDapp ecosystem. So when players or users play a new game within the PlayDapp platform, interoperable NFT can serve as a reward for previous gameplay and a natural cross promotion of new games. So when you play a new game within the PlayDapp platform, interoperable NFTs will basically be the main components that actually serves as a reward for previous gameplay. So when you play more games, you get NFTs that are interoperable in nature, which means you can basically withdraw it to some other blockchain as well if you want, right? And also it allows for natural cross promotion of new games. So if in case a person who has been used to playing a particular game in one blockchain ends up playing or ends up getting exposed to the interoperable NFTs from PlayDapp, they're more likely to use an NFT in another game which is present in another blockchain, thereby getting exposure not only to this platform but also to other blockchains that are linked with the PlayDapp platform, right? So those are some of the main components of the PlayDapp ecosystem. So as of November 23rd, 2021, the maximum and total supply of PLA is 700 million tokens, and the current circulating supply is 241.5 million tokens. It's about 34.51 or 35% of the total supply, right? So again, we'll dive into the tokenomics a bit more detailed in a few seconds, but at the same time, if you see the total supply is quite high, close to 700 million tokens, which is quite a lot in my opinion. But since it's a platform that is a blockchain kind of like hub for games from different blockchains, I think they need to provide incentives for new users in order to get exposed to PlayDapp or games on PlayDapp, and therefore I think they are going to have a high total supply of tokens, and that is something that they have to do as a means to attract new audience. So I can totally understand that perspective. They definitely need to improve the utility of the tokens even further and allow for staking and liquidity provision, which I'm pretty sure they do allow. But as long as the users have an incentive to hold the token, no matter how high the token supply is, the token will continue to pump, right? So that's the main fundamentals when it comes to tokenomics. And it seems like the token circulating supply itself is quite good, because about close to 35% of the total token supply is in circulation, which means even though this token will have a price slumping because of new tokens being dumped into the market, it's not going to be as severe as some of the other projects that we covered in the past, right? So overall, it's a pretty good token supply and tokenomics, and Binance research has definitely covered a lot of important components and use cases and provided an overview of this project, right? So if you want to access information about this project itself, I suggest you to go to the website, go to their Medium page, Twitter account. You can even access their primary information. And since this project is available not only on the Ethereum blockchain but also on the Polygon blockchain, you can basically research about the tokens supply as well as information from the Polygon and Ethereum Explorer themselves, right? So those are the information that you can get from Binance research page. So when we go to the website itself, it's a pretty clean and simple website, not a lot of things going on. But if you see, they have a pretty good background, and basically they're focusing on building a blockchain-based game platform that everyone can enjoy. So if you want to read through their one-pager, which I highly recommend you to, please click on this one-pager button here. And if you scroll below, you can clearly see what we can do. They basically provided the same information that we basically went through. You can even see some of their videos here on the speech given by their founder or head of strategy. And you can also see other videos about NFT and the use cases of how PlayDapp can bring multiple games from different blockchains together. PlayDapp vision, so this is basically their vision. Our mission is to create a world where digital assets are more valuable and accessible to everyone. So that's the main kind of goal, which is pretty resonating with kind of like the crypto ethos in general. And if you see, these are some of the kind of like platform use cases as well as some of the features that they have. This is kind of like a cool visual representation of how they are leveraging their marketplace in order to bring utility to different NFTs. And if you scroll below, you can clearly see they're talking about their PlayDapp SDK, which is something that I believe, depending on how successful this platform becomes, a lot more developers in the future will try to link their platform or dApp or website with PlayDapp, and that's one of the reasons why the PlayDapp SDK will be a very important tool to link PlayDapp with the external world, right? So if you scroll below, they have a list of their games. Crypto doses are some of the kind of like most popular games, one of the most popular games on the Ethereum blockchain, which is also available on PlayDapp. You have Dozer Bird, it's kind of like an Angry Bird, but on the blockchain technology. You can even play Dozer Treasures, as well as along with the gods, Knights of the Dawn. You can also play ASTR. They also have a lot of newer projects coming in, which is again Blade Waltz, Like Squad, Plays Escape, Town Avengers, and so on and so forth, right? So PLA allocation and token sales. So they're talking about the PLA allocation. This token is available as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. It's also available on the Polygon network as well. This is the token contract on the Ethereum blockchain. Total supply is 700 million tokens. The token allocation is one of the most important information that you need to understand before you put your money on a token, because you need to understand whether the founders have basically taken the majority of the tokens or not, and what the vesting schedule is. So here, if you see, about 445 million tokens are allocated to investors and partners, 100 million for PlayDapp ecosystem, 95 million for the team, 25 million for advisors, and 25 million for marketing, right? So I don't think they have the vesting schedule here, but you can find that in their documents if you do your own research. Here's the core team along with their cool cartoonish avatar. If you scroll below, you can clearly see that they have information about how PlayDapp's P2E campaign basically takes over New York Times Square, and several other kind of interesting information about this project, right? So if you scroll below, you can find a lot more information about this project and some other partnerships that they're having. They're also partnering with Sandbox. They basically have Samsung, and Chainlink and Polygon as some of their major partners. Sandbox is also one of the major partners. Facebook, ZeroLink, Portis Wallet, Clayton, which is another blockchain, and Dapp Radar, Certic Foundation, which is a popular kind of crypto audit firm, are some of the major partners as well, right? So when it comes to investors, which is the most important information here, they have a couple of investors, and many of these investors I'm not really familiar with when it comes to the name wise. IOST is also invested in this project. Heritage Blocks, Blockwater Management, 100 Venture Capital, lots of mediocre kind of investor names, which I'm not necessarily familiar with, but it's still good to see a lot of investors backing this project, right? When it comes to availability, PLA is available on Coinbase. So if you wanted to get this token before, you could have got it from Coinbase, but even now you can still get it from Coinbase. But the thing is, the floor price of this token has increased considerably now that it's also listed on Binance. You can also get it from Upbit, Crypto.com, Gate.io, Poloniex, MEXE Global. You can get the ERC20 version of this token on Uniswap, and the Polygon version of this token on QuickSwap, right? And you have other information at the bottom as well. So overall, a pretty robust platform with a lot of opportunities to expand. And again, for people who like to play blockchain games, this is a very good project where you can find a lot of high quality games and a lot of new upcoming games as well, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for this token is currently ranked 231st by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and is currently trading at about $2.74 at the time I'm making this video, with a 12.37% increase in the past 24 hours. And if you see the market cap itself, this token has only having a market cap of about $661.6 million in market cap. Again, I would probably say that the gaming industry is a huge industry. Even though it's a niche industry, it's a huge industry. So PlayDapp is definitely trying to capture a lot of it's going to become the kind of the game hub for all the blockchain games from multiple different blockchains, and I think it's doing a really good job with that. So it's only going to be a matter of time before this token reaches $1 billion in market cap, right, which is going to come pretty soon now that we also have the Binance listing. When it comes to the max supply and total token supply, as I mentioned before, the total token supply is something that I'm not necessarily fan of for this token, because if you see, I like to see a project which has either 100 million tokens or less as its max supply, because that kind of means that the token has inbuilt scarcity in it. And this token, obviously due to their nature and what they're trying to achieve, needs to have a max supply of more than 100 million tokens. And as long as they balance out the utility in order to satisfy the demand versus supply, as long as the demand for this token is quite high, the token price will rise. If the supply is high but there's no demand, then obviously this is going to move sideways or even crash in price, right? So that being said, the circulating supply is already pretty good, as I mentioned before. Overall, I think they are doing pretty good, kind of available, making themselves available in Polygon, and Ethereum is also going to cause a little bit of kind of price appreciation, because if it's available in just one blockchain, it can be easily dumped by a whale, right? But now it's kind of dispersed between two different blockchains, and I believe that they'll be adding more blockchain support, and thereby making it fully kind of available in multiple cross-chain blockchain manner. This project will definitely pump higher, and as more and more blockchains start working with this project, and as more and more blockchains have this token listed on top of them, then the token distribution will be kind of fairly distributed in such a way that there wouldn't be a high dumping event for a whale or some high profile investor, right? And that's going to definitely improve the price of this token. But for now, it seems like this token will have some form of inflation that will make the price of the token move sideways, and thereby make the price of the token slump in the short term, right? But in the long term, it's yet to be seen on how they tackle this issue. So overall, when it comes to the charts itself, you can clearly see that this token has been on an all-time highs right now. So it's definitely not the best time to buy. You need to have bought this especially when this token was literally less than 20 cents per token, as of 19th of October last year, when the token reached somewhere between 17 to kind of like 16 cents, sometimes even going as low as 13 cents, which I think was the most lowest price, or even sometimes 12 cents, which was the most all-time lows of this token. But immediately early this year, this token started pumping. It kind of reached 73 cents as its initial all-time highs, broke down, retested the 34 cents mark, went back up, making new all-time highs of 85 cents per token, crashing back down to a relative low, in fact at an all-time lows of about 11 cents per token, and then that's when it started rallying back up. So for people who bought this token at 11 cents per token, and if they have sold it at $1.41 during like 30th of August this year, they would have made some really good gains. For people who held even longer, this token did go down to 66 cents, but now if you see, the token is pretty much at its all-time highs right now, and I'm pretty sure that for the next day or two, this token will continue to go above, maybe retest the $2.80 mark, and then maybe crash down violently, retesting the price of about close to $1.50 or $1.40, which will be the new floor price for this token, now that this token already has a Coinbase and a Binance listing, right? So if you're trying to buy this token, I'd probably suggest you to wait, because this is obviously the worst time to buy this token, because it's pretty much at its all-time highs. If you're trying to buy this token, this is the best time for you to do some research till the token price goes down, which I think will happen by the end of this week or early next week, and that's the time you need to get into this token, right? So this token can definitely go to $1.50 and $1.40 before moving sideways or making slight upward movements, and if you buy at that kind of dip, you'll make some really short-term gains, right? But if you're a long-term hodler for this token, then you obviously have to you need to make sure that you buy it at the best price, maybe even below the $1.40 mark, in order to make sure that you get the best long-term gains possible, right? When it comes to Bitcoin comparative, this token obviously has a similar pattern to the Bitcoin dollar comparative as well. And if you see, initial token price of this token was about 1400 satoshis per token, but it immediately crashed to an all-time lows about kind of like, I think it was initially worth 1400 satoshis, but then it was worth 319 satoshis per token before making a new all-time high early this year of about 1400 satoshis again, and then crashed down, moved sideways for a bit, and then crashed down again, and then it made new all-time highs of about close to, I'd probably say like 2,900 satoshis per token, and then it went down, and then now it's pretty much at its all-time highs of close to 6,000 satoshis per token. So as I said, in the dollar comparative, I think this token is going to dump pretty soon. This is the best time to buy. For Bitcoin comparative, I think this token is going to dump pretty soon as well. And as Bitcoin is kind of stagnating in price right now, this token is going to dump super hard, and that's going to give an opportunity for people to buy this token. If you want to buy it with Bitcoin comparative, you need to understand this token is still quite volatile, and the best opportunity to get into this token is somewhere between 2500 to 2700 satoshis per token, which is the best time to get into this token, right? Again, not financial advice, this is my opinion, guys. If you take a look at the markets itself, you can easily see that this token is available on Coinbase to be purchased with USD, which is the actual US dollar. You can also buy this token with Binance from a list, from a plethora of trading pairs, which includes BTC, BUSD, and USDT. You can also get this from Gate.io, and obviously Uniswap as well in the form of an ERC20 token, right? But if you can get this from Binance or even like maybe Coinbase, I don't think you should get it from somewhere else. And if you want to get this from Binance, then the best pair should be BUSD or USDT, because Bitcoin compared to would be quite volatile, and you need to be very careful if you want to buy this token with the Bitcoin, right? With the Bitcoin Satoshis or even Bitcoin itself, right? So again, what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I am not going to be purchasing this token for myself, because I believe that there are definitely bigger and better projects that haven't yet been listed on Binance or Coinbase that I can target for short-term gains. But for people who like this project, I think it is a pretty good project, but I'm not necessarily a gamer or a gaming person, and therefore I'm not necessarily going to be buying this token. But if you want to buy this token, it's definitely something that you need to be like looking into, because this is the best time to kind of like do your research. And once this token goes down, you can start buying the dip, right? But I think when it comes to tokenomics wise, I'm not a big fan. I think this token definitely needs to make sure that it has a lot of use cases, and it's convincing the users to stake it or hodl this token for long term. For people who are gaming this token, they will definitely bring in the utility that this token needs, because they're basically using this token to pay fees and make in-game transactions, which is one of the main sources of utility for this token. As the user base grows, then the token will become more and more valuable. And I think by the end of this bull run, this token can easily reach a $3 to $4 mark per token, in the next few months. But I think in the mid to long term perspective, I think this token definitely needs to prove itself, and there needs to be a lot more utility for this token rather than just what it's available right now, right? And if it all works out well, I'm pretty sure this token can easily cross the $5 mark per token. But that's still yet to be seen, because this token does need to overcome its immense tokenomics in order to kind of like reach that price point, right? So again, that's just my verdict, guys. Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.